across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's caught, Smith. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the running game.
He's checking crack.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 1st down. Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Geis trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Single receiver. Let's go, Mike 50.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Rush wide. Rush in. Undercrush.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he's got room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins now. And Diggs has it. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Watch out. Rhino! He's coming. Rhino! Yo. You got tight right there. Hey, can.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You learn first. Sponge. No. Check three.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now, after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Check 13. Switch.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
You got it.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go. Check it back.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Cousins to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. this might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, it's Coleman. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the 9. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Cousins. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Here's Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Cousins on target to Diggs. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. They go play action here on first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Cousins on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Line 54. Not today, you are. Not today. Right there. 300. Right there. 54 miles.
Again, it's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. David Moore there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I got you.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Wait. 12.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 50-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, boy.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a third down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Well, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. The throw taken in by Cole. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
To throw, Cousins. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Here we go. Like 80! 65, 65.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. A good pickup there, a 22.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. On 1st down, it's Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
21, 21. Here we go.
At the 47-yard line.
By 52, by 52. One, Omaha.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st down, 49ers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
13. Shoot, shoot. Take 3. 218, jump.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because That's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 1, Garoppolo muscles him off. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Zach Brown leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the
Probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Orbit. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, gun. Get in the weight room. Mike's 54.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joseph able to get him for a loss of about 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check safety. 21. Cut.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Reed, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
This is Coleman. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. Give him 53 yards on the ground. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.